You join me on a Saturday night on a Cancer full moon. I'm recording the song at the moment for a friend of mine, a project that we're working on. We come up with the idea last night, these simple chords that he's currently writing to as we speak. So I thought I'd take this opportunity on a quiet full moon night to record it. And whilst recording it, I'm going to try some different techniques. It's only going to be a short song, so I just recorded around 2 minutes 30, and I kept the whole thing simple, right, just in front of one microphone. I think because of the new setup there was a bit of a lag when it actually come to me listening back to the guitar, so I just spent some time actually putting it on beat to the metronome. You'll hear in a moment that it does actually go out of time, even though the recording itself was fine. Just took out some of the mids from like 100 to 250 to get rid of some mud, and I brightened up the high end just to get it nice and crisp. Here I'm adding a little bit of saturation, again not too much, I'm just keeping things simple and very much experimenting, right? That's what this evening's all about, is experimenting and testing and trying some things. Just adding another compressor now to the guitar. I switched this delay to ping pong and then reeled it back a bit, as you can hear there. Always remember, less is more with this type of thing, right? It's very easy to go crazy with the effects, and sure, that can create a certain field, a certain sound, and that works well for certain things, but a lot of the time less is more. Here I'm adding an imager to stereo width the guitar a bit so it's not in mono. I tried adding this plugin to the on the actual channel, and although I like that sound for this style of the track, I felt it would be better putting it on the send, so it's much more subtle in the mix. I'm having to do a voiceover at the moment because at this point of recording I hadn't plugged in the microphone, so later on I'll have the microphone plugged in and be talking whilst I'm actually making the changes. So the guitar sounded a little bit better there, just some saturation, some EQ, compression, a little bit delay and reverb. So this is the main test, right? Rather than recording the drums live, I wanted just to sample the kit so I can experiment with doing beats in a different way, right? But with my live kit. So here I'm just recording some kick drums that I can then later chop up. So that's the dry sound there, the kick. Now moving on to the snare. I kept this very quick and swift because I'm very much just experimenting. I picked up the T-tail to mute the to have some snare drums that are also muted, but I totally forgot and ended up just using it without the T-tail. So as you can see, just doing different little variations and hits that I can turn into fills and stuff later on. There's enough sounds there recorded of variation for me now to give a go chopping it up and seeing how I get on. Right, okay, so I've just recorded some drums different than what I normally do, right? Normally I've been recording the whole kit, but this time I've decided just to record all these different shots so that I can actually place them in. So I've got the kick, the snare and the hi-hat, different recordings, and now I'm going to start processing them and put them on grid and then start making the beat that I want to make. So this is the first time I've done this. I've never actually done this before. It's new to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this down and start going through and collecting some of the drums that I actually like. So I've got all these different hits. So I'm not going to need loads of them. I just need some variation. It's going to be interesting to see if I manage to get the result that I actually want with this. I've thought about doing this a couple of times. And there's two sides to it, right? Because when you actually play the drums in full, mucking the whole kit, trying to get a good take, the good thing about that is that the groove and everything's there, right, when you play it well. The downside to it is that if you make a mistake, then it's all gone. You need to keep going until you get the perfect take, which for my own music is actually what I like doing. I like that sort of live sound and it not being perfect. The good side with doing it like this is you can create all these different beats, kind of sampling yourself, sampling the drums. And for the style of track that I'm making here, which is actually going to be for a project I'm doing with a friend of mine, he's a singer and rapper, and sort of the sound that we're going for, I think it's going to be good for me trying it this way. And also I should probably add to program some beats that maybe I can't play so cleanly just on the drums myself, or experiment with patterns that maybe don't come to me when I'm doing it live. So it's going to be interesting. This whole setup at the moment is new for me. Actually screen recording with the microphone plugged in. So this is very much a test, both musically and production wise, with this video, which has been needed. I didn't think I could do screen recording. It turns out I can. So at the moment these sounds are just dry. I haven't actually done any processing. I'm just taking out some bits that I've recorded. So you can sort of see what I'm doing right now. I was just taking the shots that I recorded, putting the snares on the 2 and 4, taking different parts of the recording to this variation. I think once I get the hang of this and doing it this way, I think this is going to be really quite fun. Still, I'm not too fussed about it being bang on because I still want that human groove. I say that, here I am putting it pretty bang on, but as you can see it's still slightly off, which is a good thing, is what I want. For now I'm just going to loop this section. Hi-hat's very quiet down here. I think this section could be good to work with for now. Let's drag this over. It's quite nice actually, but I think that the open hi-hat shouldn't actually be there. Okay, so I'm going to carry on sorting this out and then I'll come back with the actual processing. Okay, so I'm back after some playing around and continuing on with this beat. It's nothing special, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update since having processed the drums a bit further, done a little bit of mixing, extended the beat a bit as you can see, and yeah, just continued things on a bit. As I said, this has been a bit of a test, both technical wise and this new technique with doing the drums this way as well. So I think I'm going to have to improve the beat because I want the beat to be really working well with the drums. Sorry, with the guitar. So I want the right groove to come through, but this is what we got so far. So there we go. That's what I've been working on. I'm pleased actually because I feel like with a bit of practice and doing this technique more, I can this will be very useful for me, especially when writing for other people and producing for other people who like a certain style. For myself, I do like just recording the drums live, to be honest with you. As I said earlier on, that vibe is what I like, that live feel. But there we go. It's been good fun.